I'd like to thank everyone here today for allowing us to have the opportunity to speak with you. My name is Brian Best, and I would like to request that all members of the community here today that are in favor of this board uplifting or reversing the ban on whether or not GSAs are permitted in Catholic school boards, please stand up with me.
Can I just interrupt you 1 second? Sorry. I hope all 4 of you are not allowed to speak.
No,
We know.
the only 3 of us are allowed to speak.
We're just standing in
asked
solidarity
permission
to stand together.
Yes. Ms. LeMay, we are here to formally request that this board reverse its decision to ban GSAs, that's gay straight alliances, from Catholic school boards, or from this Catholic school board, sorry. I'm not going to fight this issue on the matter of faith, but rather the issue of life and death. High school is a hard time. It's essentially a rebirth for everyone, and it's not easy. Our bodies grow, and our minds turn on to reality. It is a time where every teen will need support. This support has been taken away from thousands of your students, and has affected millions of students worldwide who see this on the news. These students and these people will see how this board treats other people differently. And those who are questioning their sexuality will feel even more excluded from this earth. It has been proven that GSAs help improve the lives of students. In some cases, these students do not have the support or understanding of their parents and attend schools which have hostile environments where lead them to think that they are not worthy to exist. GSAs offer a safe haven for these students, offer a community where they can help understand and fight against homophobia that is so prevalent in our society. Ultimately, we know what happens when these students lack the support they require. The walls close in, and they try to find a way out. Like Asher Brown, who was only 13 years old, decided this world was too cruel to live in, and took his own life. His death, and many other deaths due to homophobia, had an adverse effect on everyone around them. I do not have to remind this board of the tragedies in 2008 to prove the effects of loss of life in the school community. The effects of that time were out of this board's hands, but this is in your power. By banning gay straight alliances, you are oppressing students and leaving them with an opportunity to protest, and that protest is something they can't come back from. It makes me sick that this carpet was so idly pulled away from them. And please do not say this for the best of students. GSAs help save lives, and they should be in schools. We stand before you to protect these students. We both think life is precious, so why tempt fate? If you rule to keep this ban in place, unfortunately, we will have to take this to higher levels of government. But however, if you do rule to overturn this ban, we will help you create GSAs to help you make them responsible so that our kids and our grandkids will have them to receive help or give help to their fellow students. I thank this board for the opportunity to speak, and I hand it over to James Hopkins.
I also would like to start off by thanking the board for allowing my friends and myself to speak. My name is James Hopkins, and I'm a gay man, and it has taken me many years to grow as comfortable as I am now in my skin now. I attended both elementary school and high school within the Halton Catholic School Board. I therefore have spent most of my life thus far within the Catholic education system, including my most impressionable years. I consider myself to be one of the luckier ones. My high school experience was mostly positive, thanks to the continuously supportive faculty who made countless exceptions in order to make my experience as pain-free as possible. And for the most part, they succeeded at that, but that doesn't mean that I didn't suffer my fair share of hardships at the hands of my peers. I endured daily torment taking the bus to and from school for years. People shouted horrific obscenities at me, mocked my voice and apparent mannerisms. One time I had headphones ripped from my ears and broken, and at the height of this torment I was spat on a handful of times. Day in, day out, I suffered. The only person knowing the actual extent of how badly I was suffering was my best friend. Every day I would come home from school, and call her in tears about what had been done to me that particular day. What I and so many other gay youth like me experience is not an act of hatred, but one of fear. Most days I can't understand how and why I am who I am, but without exposure, how can we fight ignorance? There is a reason why a recent study by the US Health Department cites that gay youth are up to 6 times more likely to attempt suicide. There is no time in any person's life where it is more important to be accepted than in their formative years. Recent studies referenced by the Alberta Teachers Association have shown that in schools that have established GSAs, students feel safer, are less likely to be harassed for their differences, are more likely to have supportive adults who want to see them succeed, and are more likely to say that teachers treat them more fairly and with greater respect. Regardless of who you are or where you've been, at one point or another you have felt dejected. You have felt scared and alone. As human beings, and as Christians, we cannot deny any person a safe haven to seek acceptance. This is not a matter of opinion, but one of fact with statistics to prove its point. Gay-straight alliances help to alleviate misconceptions and promote acceptance on a peer-to-peer level. No GSA forces anyone to conform to the gay label. You do not have to be gay to be a member of a gay-straight alliance. The only requirement of the members of these groups is to show up with an open mind and an open heart. That seems like such a terrible thing for any minority to lose.